Hello students, in the last session we have seen the three refertilization events and today we are going to understand about the fourth one, that is pollen pistil interaction. As we know, in the atmosphere, in the environment, there are thousands of pollen grains. They are floating in the air. Out of them, few will lay down on each flower, or there are many out of them, some will fall on the flower's stigma, but not all of them will get germinated or they will not form the pollen tube. Why? Because there is one important reaction takes place at this stage, that is called the pollen pistil interaction. Here what happened during the pollen pistil interaction, as the pollen grain laid down on the surface of the stigma will identify the pollen grain whether the pollen grain is from the same species or not. If the pollen grain is from the same species, they will generate some chemical from them, and that chemical will be identified by the stigma, and stigma will allow them to germinate and they will allow them to form the pollen tube. Now the pollen tube will enter into the style, and from the style it will reach to the ovary. As we have seen in the cross pollination, there are some flowers, they recognize the self pollen, that is the devices used for the cross pollination. Here there is an opposition or opposite of that feature. Here only the self pollen will get identified by the stigma, and they will finally lead the gametes, male gametes, to the ovule. Once we learn this pollen pistil interaction for some species, we can generate some modified type of species or modified plants by artificial hybridization. Artificial hybridization is the method in which we use two different species or two different genera of the plant, and we will learn pollen pistil interaction of these two different flowers. This artificial hybridization method is normally used to produce commercially superior varieties. Suppose we have seen some better feature of the mango plant or cotton plant in one plant, and but there are some recessive factors, recessive gene also present into that plant. At the same time, there are some other plants of the same species but some different varieties, which in this two plants we will identify our desired characteristics, and we will take two different plants and two different flowers and will do artificial hybridization. Artificial hybridization process is divided into two different parts. First one is emasculation and second is bagging technique. In the emasculation, what we normally do, suppose this is the flower. In the emasculation technique, we remove the pollen of the flower, and when it has to be removed before the maturation of the anther. So this anther needs to be removed at the bud stage of the flower. We can say before the flower gets mature or before the dehydration of this anther, we have to cut this anther. Okay, this is now called the emasculation. In the emasculation, because of this kind of technique, this self pollen will not do the pollination of the female reproductive part of this. See, this flower is attached, still attached with this plant, and it has already removed the male part of the flower. And hence, this plant is termed as the female plant. And at the second side, we take some flower of the different variety of this plant and pluck it up off, and pollen of that flower we will apply or spray on this stigma of this female plant. After doing this, to avoid contamination of some other species, we need to cover this with some bag. This is called the bagging technique. Once we remove the anther of this flower, we pack this flower in some bag till we apply or spray some pollen on this flower. Once we spray or apply some pollen of the desired species, again we will cover or wrap this flower. After the pollination, it will generate the zygote, and zygote will get matured, and this zygote will from the embryo, and from the embryo seeds will generate. After the seed formation, it will if you grow this plant in the field, it will produce a desired plant. This bagging technique sometimes also follow tagging technique as well. In the tagging technique, what is done, whatever the cross-pollinated flower are there, they are tagged with the name and the species of the male plant and the female plant both, at the time of the pollination and the variety of both the species. Over here, in the next session, we will start with the second technique, that is fertilization or double fertilization. Thank you.